What up, everybody? It's your favorite guitarist. Well, maybe not your favorite guitarist, but it's me nonetheless, your boy, DL, aka The Church Guitarist, and I came to do another review of a product I think every guitar player wants to have in their arsenal. Today, I'm reviewing the Quilter 202 Overdrive. I think it's the tone block. You are not going to believe how beautiful this thing sounds. But before we go any further, I need everybody, if you haven't already, I need you to subscribe to my page. And then if you want to be updated when I upload new content, hit the bell notification. You will get everything that I'm saying on YouTube. Thank you guys for following us. I appreciate it so much. But let's get in and out of the way. This is not going to be a very technical overview, but it is going to be an informational one. Y'all ready? I'm ready. It's the Quilter 202 Overdrive. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I've been gone long enough. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm blown away by this little box right here. So it's 200 watts of power that you can dial in from 0 watts up into like 50 watts or blast the joint all the way out to 200. This is not going to be a completely technical review. It's going to be more of a player review. Okay, so I'm not keen to circuitry or things of that nature. What I do know is what I like to hear and what I want to feel. And I've tried a few amps. By the way, this should be a dual review because I was playing out of my new BlackStar MKii. Thanks, BlackStar. By the way, I'm glad to be a part of the family. That's my cabinet, my 112 cabinet. It's very light, very responsive. That's what I'm playing this Quilter through. You wouldn't believe the bass and the mid-range that thing has to offer. Anyway, back to the Quilter 202 Overdrive. There is so much versatility in this box. First of all, here's some of the logistics. 4 ohm out or 8 ohm outs. You also have a channel switch and limiter that you can actually hook in to the back. Very lightweight, just a few pounds. But let's talk about the front, okay? The front, this thing is so streamlined, it's ridiculous. To me, it's like having a Fender Twin in a box. I'm gonna be honest. I play Fender Twin on the road. That's the amp I use. That's the amp I request on my rider. I get a great tone and a great sound out of the Fender Twin. And then when I want to crunch it up some, I got pedals and stuff to do that. But mostly, at least in my estimation, what you're playing out of should play as loud and clean as possible. And this Quilter, it does just that. So you got 2 line ends. You have the overdrive line in, and then you have the clean channel. Basic knobs, the gain, bass, mids, and treble. But on the overdrive, you have gain, limiter, and then output. So the second little clip you'll hear when I'm doing the more funky stuff is the overdrive side. I kick the gain back some, like about Well, it's 5 at every knob, so I'm supposing that's pretty unity on this box. So if you kick it back to like 4, 4.5, and then crank the limiter up, you can still get clean tones with a little bit of like tubey edge. It sounds like a tube amp. Like when you crank it up and put your output about 6, it almost feels like you're playing through a Fender Twin. I'm serious. So my settings are pretty modest. My gain is at about 3. The bass and mids I usually have about the same, about 5 or 4 or 5. Treble I crank up just a little bit, depending on which guitar I'm using. But using my Telly, I want to hear the chime. I want to hear that ring. It also has a reverb on it. Now I don't know if it's a spring reverb because it doesn't feel like it snaps back. But it's like such a boomy room reverb. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And then, like I said, you can dial it in. From 0, I usually play about 40 or 50 watts. Here's the problem. Most guitarists, when you're looking for gear to compete. And I don't mean compete against other guitarists. I mean to compete in the sound of the band, especially if you're playing and you're not using inner ears, or you're not playing per se in some church or at some venue where they have incredible sound and backline and all that stuff. You're just kind of like looking for something to help you cut that sound just a little bit, to cut through just a little bit and give you enough where you can hear kind of what you're doing. I promise you, this Quilter 202 is probably one of the best things I've heard of in a long time. So I was looking at getting some other little like modeling amps and things of that nature. One of my friends said, hey man, check out the Quilter. You're gonna love it. Also, what I really love about the Quilter is the front line. So it has like 3 voice settings that you can use, and I'm still exploring them. I'm on voice number 2 because it kind of like suits me right now, but I'm going to do an in-depth search of what these other voicings do. So clearly 1 input, an effects send, and return, and then a signal out. The great thing about the signal out is if you're traveling, you're going somewhere and you're going to be away for a few days and you won't be able to take an amp with you, you can put this in the gig bag right in the front, and it has an headphone post output on the front. I've played with it. I'm gigging in my front room. Everybody's making noise with my headphones on, and this is not short of some of those headphone amps. If you crank them up too loud, they distort or you really can't hear it. It's just like playing in my amp, except for it's coming through my head. My earphones are coming through my head. It's coming through my headphones. And then today, the sound that you're hearing, I'm using the pre-line input. And I'm sending that out to a signal to my mixing board so you can hear it. I promise you, do yourself a favor, go to a store, check out the Quilter 202 Overdrive. You will not be disappointed. I love it. I'm taking it everywhere. Hopefully I can be a part of the Quilter family. You never know. Quilter 202 Overdrive. You will not be disappointed. You need this in your arsenal. As a matter of fact, I'm entitling this particular video, I'm throwing all of my other amps away. This is all I need. I played at a church this weekend, and I literally took this and my guitar. I plugged this to the house, and they fed me through my inner ears. They fed me audio through my inner ears, and it was just this, my guitar, and it sounds super sweet. You're not going to be missing anything, I promise you. If you have to have a speaker, I put mine with a BlackStar MKii, or you can probably put 2 10s on it. I got 2 10s that were specially made for my Bogner Line 6. If I want bigger sound, something to take that 200 max blowout, I grab my 2 10s and I can turn it up as loud as I want. I promise you, this Quilter is going to get the job done. Again, it's your boy DL, aka The Church Guitarist, here with another review. The Quilter 202, and subsequently, or conversely, the BlackStar MKii 112 cabinet. It's a great pair, by the way. You're gonna love it. I'll see you soon.